you, so you, somebody, I'm like, safe with me.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like, safe with me.
Thank you. Right here.
All right.
Attention passengers, this is a reminder that the Take Flight podcast will begin boarding in 20 minutes. Please gather your thoughts, secure your mindset, and prepare for elevation.
Welcome to the Take Flight podcast, where self-care is your passport, self-love is your carry-on, and purpose is your destination. We're your hosts. I'm your girl, Paris.
And this your boy, Spee.
And today, we're talking about something we've all experienced, but nobody wants to admit when it happens to them. Real versus fake friends. Because as we grow, we start realizing that everyone who has access to us don't deserve it. So today, we're getting into how you can tell the difference, the red flags we tend to ignore, and what happens when you realize someone you called a friend really isn't.
Right. Man, look, I was waiting. This was on, we've been gone for a minute and we're back now. And so this was on my heart. I'm like, yeah, what should we talk about? What should we talk about? I'm like, real and fake friends. Because I've been dealing with that a lot lately. And I feel like friends are so important. Y'all gonna see how important they really are in this episode.
Yeah.
So, to really start it off, it's like, what's that first one on your card you say?
So what actually makes someone a real friend?
I'm gonna sum it up in one word, right? I'm gonna sum it up in one word and then I'm gonna elaborate.
Okay.
Consistency.
Okay.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Dang, it's too many words. You can't even just be consistent. Reliable. There you go. Reliable. I'd rather have a reliable friend in my life because that's what I choose to be in my friend's life is reliable. That's what everybody, if ain't nobody else can answer, Spee gonna answer. And if you don't answer, he'll reach back out, so reliable.
Yeah.
You gotta be reliable.
I definitely agree. I feel like you have to be able to count on that person.
Right.
A true friend is someone that you can count on, you can depend on, that's there for you, you there for them. It's really a person that got your best interests at heart.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because there's not a lot of people that really envy you when you don't even realize it. And they may come off like they're really your friend and they're not. What's your thoughts on how long does it take for you to call someone a friend? Do you call someone a friend as soon as you meet them? Does it take time? Do you gotta earn it?
10 seconds.
Okay.
10 seconds, but that's coming to an end.
Okay, yeah.
That's coming to an end. You're
You
just
gotta
an
be careful
acquaintance.
with that title.
You're just an acquaintance to me
Yes.
because you don't really care about me. And I don't mean that you might care about people, but how I care about my friends is a different type of care when it comes to me. I really care about even I'm a believer in God and the Bible says to love your enemies and, love others.
Mhm.
And so right off the back, I love you. You feel me? Most people can't say that.
Mhm.
Right off the back, I love you. I'm going to put you right when I meet you and we have a mutual connection. Even if we bump heads, I love you. And I put you at if this person interacts, if this person wants something from me, I got you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of this stuff is temporary to me anyway. So you can have everything. And so it don't take that long for me to call somebody my friend, but that's going to stop because I realize a lot of people ain't really my friend like that.
Yeah, facts.
So.
I think when it comes to friendships, like it has to be earned. You know, you have to show me that we're compatible, because friendships is a relationship, and you have to have that compatibility to even know that it can even get to that point. I am a big believer that when I meet someone, we're acquaintances. You know, we could be acquaintances. Let's get to know each other. Let's see if we can feed into this relationship and see where it goes from here. And if it's worthy enough of being a friendship, you know, just checking in. It's not just a one-sided relationship where I'm constantly always texting you, but we're texting each other, you know, just simple, just general questions. You know, how your day going? How you doing? You good? You know, you need anything you need to talk about? And just really just showing like a sense of you thought about that other person enough to see how their well-being is.
Right.
That's a friend to me.
And I'm so understanding. People are busy. I'm busy. Trust me. And then think about this. That's what's so crazy. I'm so understanding. Is like, I want you to have a certain amount of attention towards me, but then someone else also wants you to have the same amount of attention towards them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe I don't know how many people you're talking to. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person someone's talking to.
Like you're their only friend.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm very understanding. I just like communication, though. You know.
Same.
Yeah, I'll tell people, like, I had this one girl, she hit me up and she's been wanting to hang out, and I'm just like, I'm dealing with a lot of people right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just dealing with a lot of people right now that kind of like are a priority to me.
Mm-hmm.
So we chat, you know what I'm saying? We still chat. It's just as far as like trying to set up a meeting to hang out, I don't see it.
Yeah, and that's how you know they're not really your friend, because I feel like when someone is really meant to be in your life and y'all really got things that y'all gotta take care of or just be there for each other, it'll naturally happen and you don't feel like you have to pull away. You know, sometimes when you feel like you pull away, it's your spirit telling you that it's something that it's not comfortable with. And I think that's good when your senses can be so on point about it to let you know the signs. Because when it comes to being friends with someone, like, you really have to be careful, you know, especially like telling them your business. I'm not a gossiper, and I feel like that's the hardest part about me being friends with females, is because females like to talk. You know, they like to gossip. I don't even watch reality TV. And so I'm like that boring friend who just want to talk about business, talk about getting money. And then from time to time, talk about let's going out and having some fun. But that's why it's important to find that compatibility point and finding the times when it's time to pull away because y'all not on the same page.
It's so funny right now because like everything that you're touching is like, you know, when we do these little podcasts, I always think about like, I always like talk to myself when I do the podcast, like, oh, I'm going to say this when this happens. I'm going to say this. And that's literally like what, like my number one thing is like compatibility.
Mm-hmm.
When I come into your life, I'm going to advance you either financially, mentally, physically, or spiritually, or emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
Most time 3 out of 5 or 5 out of 5. You feel me? And I mean, they're gonna tell you about the Lord. It's gonna help your spirit, which is gonna help your emotions, which is gonna help your mental. I'm big on being, you know, you see me working on my job. So, you know, that motivates you to work. And then I'm gonna hit this gym pretty soon. Hey, I need y'all to keep me accountable because I've been saying I'm gonna hit the gym. People already think I work out. I never work out. I haven't worked out in like 3 years.
But you don't eat bad either. So it
I
balances.
don't eat as good, but I make sure I definitely level that out.
Yeah.
Make sure I get my fruits and my vegetables in. But like, if you're going to be a friend, how are you not helping that person in one of those 5 categories?
Right.
Physically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, financially. How are you not helping somebody?
Right.
And and I'm going to be 100 with you. People are so messed up. I want to talk about, like, people are so messed up in life right now. They're not financially stable. They're not mentally stable.
Mhm.
They're not emotionally stable. They're not spiritually stable. You feel me? And it's just like, and so when it comes to me being a friend to people, that's why I love them right off the bat.
Mhm.
I know you're hurting. Even when you smile and you post funny things on Facebook all day and you smoke and you have fun and you go out and parties, I know deep down you're struggling. How do I know? Because I've been there.
Mhm.
Not only have I been there, but I wouldn't say I'm there because I do have the love of Jesus that's just conquering my life right now. And it's been like 3-4 years where I've just been and an amazing amount of peace
Mhm.
that I wish everybody else would have. But I understand you.
So how do you, in those moments, being their friend, how do you get them to open up about their pain when they don't disclose it to you up front?
I try to like give subtle hints.
Okay.
I'd be like, you can tell me anything and I'm gonna love you regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Like I be trying to just say like things like that. Tell me whatever. You can tell me your deepest, darkest secret and I love you. I never, because it's like, that's how much I love you. Like I try to, they don't have to open up to me. Some things I'd say, keep between you and God.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to be that person like, man, you could tell me somebody, I'm like, safe with me.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like safe with me. Like I want to be that person like you can really trust. And I would never tell anybody because man, and why am I in that position? It's because I got some things.
Yeah, we
That is between me and God.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a few people know. A few people know my life and stuff like that, but the majority don't. And so I have nothing but to owe you love and my loyalty. And that's how serious I take friendships. Like that's literally why we're here on the earth. That's literally why God made humans.
Right.
He said, I want someone to enjoy
Mm-hmm.
all this beautifulness with. And so I want to enjoy all my friends the same way,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm not really the person to chase you down, but I give a
Right.
little effort even when you're giving a little pushback. But once I see that you don't really
Not-
care,
You're pouring into that relationship.
then I'll move around.
Yeah.
But if you're willing to come back, but I'm here with open arms. I'm going to love you no matter what.
But I think too with that, it's important that people can be accountable in the relationship to know, dang, I messed up, or dang, I haven't been present like I've needed to be. Let me reach out and show my admiration and show my support and just check in on them, because you're right. There are times you have people who are waiting to welcome you with open arms, especially those friends who are texting first, that are pouring into other people. But as the recipient, you have to be able to understand that we get tired of pouring. Like our water, our juice, it runs out eventually. Like it's a balance. It's just like a relationship. It has to be equally yoked. Like we have to be able to pour in each other. Iron sharpens iron. Like I don't want to just be sharpening my own iron. I can, but it's great when you can sharpen iron together and really learn more perspectives, because you can't really learn different ideas just by yourself.
And I blame social media. Social media made it like, man, if you ain't do treat me, I can go to somebody else. And, for the average woman, they got at least 10 dudes in their inbox. I ain't got nobody in my inbox. I'll be 100 with you. No, I do. I got one. But, and one is all you need as a guy, because you got to focus. You got to work. But it's just like, you got a lot of options. And so when you got options, and it's like, I am so forgiving. Like, I don't think people are mean on purpose. I don't think people
just understand sometimes how they come off.
Yeah. And so I always tell people around, be mindful.
Mm-hmm.
Always pay attention to what you're doing, because in the thing that you're doing, you could be hurting somebody, and that you think that you're doing okay, but you're actually hurting somebody.
Right.
So
that actually carries into my next question. How do you know a friend is real?
How do I know a friend is real? That's such a crazy question because it's so easy to fake stuff.
I know. So in this world of so much fakeness, how can you have the discernment to know that this person is actually real or they just faking?
Talk to them. I'm gonna give y'all A1. I'm gonna give y'all A1 lessons right here. You have to talk to them. You have to ask them certain questions that just might seem triggering.
Mm-hmm.
And if they love you anyway, keep it in mind. Keep them in mind. And it's like you should. I'm not a person that likes to play test on people, but it's like you have to see where people are standing with you. Jesus say, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So I know when I ask you a certain question and the way you answer it, I know where I stand with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that keeps me coming. Like, okay. I don't even. This is how much I'm loving it. I don't even go off your actions first. I go off your words first because the actions are harder to do.
And it takes time.
It takes time, but the words right there
It's instant.
come out your heart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I say, like when I always think about like when I wanted to stop smoking, I would say I wanted to stop. I'm 28, 29. I'm tripping. I'm gonna be 30 in 2 months. Hey man, but I've been wanting to stop smoking for years. I'm talking about since 21. It took me 8 years to stop smoking, but I never stopped saying I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit.
You just
Oh,
speak
no,
it
you're
into
not.
existence. And
No,
when
you're
the
not.
time was
Yeah,
right.
I'm gonna keep talking it because this is how I feel.
Yeah.
This is how my heart feels. Now, am I able to do it? I don't know. The flesh
Yeah,
is
that's
kind of hard.
that spirit
but my
was speaking
heart
to
feels
you.
this way.
Yeah,
so that's why I'm
strong.
saying it. And so
Yeah.
when they don't say it, I used to always like with my exes and stuff like that. I just want you to say it. When you don't even say it, I know you don't even care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm the same way as like I want you to say it, but I also want to see it. And your actions need to align with what you're saying. But when you say it, it really makes it obvious and known how you feel. Your actions is kind of just solidifies what you're saying. And it's like the icing on the cake for me. You know, like a lot of people just need action and not need words. But to me, it's like now you silent. You know, I want you to speak up. Tell me how you feel. Let's be there to support each other. I can't read your mind. And that's what's key with friendships. And what I feel like what makes a real friend is, or, you know, when a friend is real, is they celebrate you. I feel like when you are friends with someone, you show up, you congratulate them, you tell them they look good. When someone has something big going on, you follow up and ask them, how did it go? It's those just simple questions just to show that you care, you know, like just being there for them. Like you should always want to celebrate their wins with them, you know, because when I win, you win. When you win, I win. We win together because it's the energy that comes from winning that can be very contagious. And I think that's great when you can just really celebrate those things together.
Celebrate wins. I need you to celebrate my losses. I'm gonna be 100 with you. I need you to be like, you got them next time.
That's not a celebration to me. That's a
No,
that's a chippery. You
I
gonna
know.
chip me up.
Celebrate
but-
my wins, please. But like, I also want to address that way. That's what we was talking about off camera. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I had my pool party and I had my cousin pull up. I think I had Ashley pull up
Yeah,
too.
you had a
as
couple
well.
girls too.
So you know what I'm saying? Like I do a lot of things. I do, like I said, I make music and stuff like that. So I've never expected people to come and help me. If you go and look at my music videos, I've been making music videos since 2012.
Mm-hmm.
I'm alone in dang near every single video because it's like it's hard to count on people, and it's just like it sucks. But I don't let it beat me up. Like I only know the scripture of the Bible. If y'all know, let me know. It's just like don't ever stop being good.
Yeah.
Don't ever stop being, you know, because God's gonna reward me. I'm looking for rewards in heaven right now. I'm chilling.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Don't ever stop being good to people, even when they just don't deserve it. Really, they don't really deserve you. And I'm such a I hate to say I'm a humble person because it makes you almost feel like you're conceited, but it's like I don't deserve is such. You don't deserve, because sometimes I be feeling like I'm gonna stop messing with them. They don't even deserve me. Who am I to deserve? I'm gonna love you, bro. I'm like,
Regardless.
I'm gonna love you regardless.
That's that
because
unconditional love.
That's my duty. Because why do I do that? Because I want you to give that same way back to me. Because I am not perfect. I'm probably gonna mess up very soon.
Ain't probably, you will mess up.
I will. Yeah, I will mess up very soon. And so I just need that type of, love in my life and grace.
And know that you got me. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that lets me know if a friend is real is they tell the truth. It's important as a friend to be honest with your friends. Even if it makes things uncomfortable, it's not always what you say, but it's how you say it. So, pray on it if something needs to be said, because a lot of times we are unable to know how we are coming off. We could be coming off rude. We could be coming off aggressive. We could be coming off spoiled or selfish. I really considered, and I was very, happy when one of my friends brought up, "Girl, you always late." It really made me upset when you were late to my birthday. And, it really let me know, wow, this is something I need to work on, because I'm the type of friend, let me know where my downfalls are. Let me know my shortcomings. Let me know what I need to work on, because I'm that friend that I learn how to be a better person when people tell me the things that I'm not doing good in. Not to say that I'm going to become better overnight, but at least it's a seed planted to let me know that's not the type of friend that I want to be. I don't want to be the friend that I'm not dependable, the flake, so it helps me identify ways that I can come off better to be a better friend to people, because friendship is reciprocated, right? And I really value that truth that came from my friend. It's important to be honest with your peoples, because if you're not giving them the honesty, where are they going to get it from? A lot of times we need to know our faults, because we could be so self-centered and stuck on ourselves that we think we're perfect in a sense, even though we know we're not perfect, but we don't know we're doing wrong a lot of times until someone tell us.
Right. I want to address a few of the comments. This is hilarious. I could not stop cracking up.
What?
Jazz says, celebrate my losses is crazy. Not gonna lie. Hey, look, if you my friend, period. You feel me? I'm just going through it real quick since we don't have him on the board. Dr. Ray, I love Dr. Ray. He's a good guy. He says perspective is key. He said, you have the Holy Ghost to intercede and intercept. It says, we'll never know who's real and who's not. Unfortunately, in these times, people are choosing themselves in certain situations.
Facts.
We're in the last days. Love of mankind is going cold. Facts. For the good and look for the good in others, and no one looks good in you. Facts. And then when she said, yes, girl. So you were just preaching. But man, yeah. This is so important, because I feel like everybody's going through it.
Yeah.
Who is real? It's so funny because we both in Black Phoenix, Black-owned Phoenix. So some people, they look out, what is there to do tonight? What's the place to go to tonight? And it's like you always want to go have good vibes wherever you at, and you meet a lot of good friends there. So it's very important to be able to decipher good friends. But I have the love of God, so it's beating me up. It's beating me up because even when I'm, even it's beating me up because it's like even when you don't deserve it, I'm gonna try to give it to you anyway. I'm gonna try to give you love, because I feel like the Bible says, I think it's in 1 Corinthians, don't quote me, it's either 12 or 13, where it says like when you love your enemies, it says it reaps burning coals on their head. Meaning when you're so good to someone that's been bad to you, they go home and they think about it. Like, dang.
So pretty much you kill people with niceness. Is that
Yeah,
like the
pretty much.
saying?
Kill 'em with
Yeah.
kindness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kindness. Yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
kill him
yeah.
with kindness.
Yeah.
And it's making him go back home like, dang, I didn't even need to say that to him.
Yeah.
He was nice to me anyway. And that's the point. That's where we're not trying to hate the person. We're trying to change the person and change them into love.
Yeah.
Makes them love.
Spread that
You know what
love
I'm saying?
more.
So that's my
Yes.
thing. But at the same time, we're human. God understands we're human. It's very hard to love like him
Yeah.
unconditionally. But
We can just try our hardest. That's really all we can do.
I'm gonna be 100 with you. If the people ain't putting the effort that you in, leave them alone. Bro. Like,
So what's your thoughts? Because I've always wanted to do this with my friends. It's always been a thought in my mind, but I never like did it. But like a self-assessment. Like I've always wanted to reach out to my friends and ask them like, how would you rate me as a friend? You know, like what do you feel like my
1 out of
strengths
10?
are as a friend? Where do you feel like my weaknesses are? Where do you feel like I've been there for you? Where you feel like I could have been better? You know what I'm saying? Like just really understanding the viewpoint of the other person on you. Because to me, it's kind of like when you were in school and you were writing your paper and you would turn it into your teacher and your teacher like, did you proofread it? And you're like, yeah, I read it 5 times. Well, you're missing the period here and this is in capital. And it's like, you can reread your paper so many times and not catch those mistakes.
still miss it.
But as soon as you have someone else proofread it, and they're like, oh, shoot, you got to run on here. You can change this here and da-da-da-da-da-da. And, you know, like sometimes we need to have that assessment from someone else to really understand what we're giving out to others.
So you want me to tell you?
Yeah, you can tell me.
I think 1 out of 10. I give you like a 7.5.
Okay.
I think you're a very, very great person. I don't really. There's nothing I feel questionable about you. I can really give you an 8. To be honest with you, 9 and 10 is reserved for the people.
I'll take it because we haven't even known each other for a year.
10-year people. You
We
know
haven't
what
even
I'm
known each other for a
saying?
year
Mom and
yet.
dads and stuff like that. So you're actually a really good friend.
What would you say makes me a good friend?
We communicate.
Mm-hmm.
We communicate. And that's so important to me, you know what I'm saying? I get irritated when people just don't communicate. Like, bro, that's like the foundation of the relationship. You have to
Yeah.
communicate. Like, duh. You know what I'm saying? And you don't really ask nothing from me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody is, I need this, I need that, or can you do this? Like, so I cherish that, the most.
Where do you think I could be better?
That's more on the business side of things, but
Mhm.
it's just post more. I'll say post more. I'll say
Okay.
that about it, but that's on both ends. I'll be tired. I'll be trying to post. I'll be tired. So I don't be stressing it too much. I'm taking it gradually, trying to figure out the ins and outs of things of this podcast.
Mhm.
Hey, if any of y'all looking right now on Facebook, we got 6 people, 7. It's been going 6, 7, 8 people that's consistently. Make sure y'all go to the YouTube page.
Yes.
Take
Subscribe.
Flight Podcast
2025.
2025. So make sure y'all go there. But like I said, other than that, man, I think you're a great friend. That's why I need you to understand. If you weren't a great friend, this would have been over a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that.
Makes sense.
I'd have been like, maybe we could do something else. You know, maybe another podcast, we could do something else.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I'm saying? You're good people. So that's why I come through. I make sure I stay consistent. And we've been consistent. Yeah, I know man, look, let's be honest. We be tired, man. We don't want to do podcasts.
Life
today.
be lifing, but we always bring it back. We always bring it
back.
back, yes.
I get it.
It's like those friendships where you can go weeks, months without talking to each other. And then when you finally come back together, you just pick up where you left off.
Yep.
That's what I feel about us.
Yep. Same thing for the podcast. I got to probably do tomorrow with my homies. We've been doing that for about 3 years now. So, you know what I'm saying? But I love to do it. I just love for people. I want to be that person that people can count on.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people don't have good friends in their life. And I'm like, I'm going to be that good friend in your life. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at life. If ain't nobody else, everybody else been mean as hell to you, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be there.
So
You know
what is your thoughts?
Vice
Oh, keep going.
versa.
Uh-huh.
you know, how do you feel about me? You know what I'm saying? As being friends and stuff like that. So
I think you're terrible. It's like,
diabolical.
I would say, like, as a friend, knowing you just from like the first day I met you, I feel like you are very about your business. And I value friendships that really follow through on what they say they're going to do. And I really get that a lot from you. So like that inspires me, you know, like even with this podcast, you know, we talked about it online one day and literally like 1 or 2 days later, we were shooting our intro. And then that following week, you know, days later, we were shooting our first episode. And, you know, and just the same thing with just like the different events and the different ideas that I bring to you, like, it's never just like swept under the rug. You know, it's always trying to find a way to support it, like our pool party, you know, and the idea of me barbecuing and everything, you know, that comes with my idea. So I value that because, you know, friendships is about listening to that other person and, you know, partaking into ideas, even if you may not 100% agree with it, but just kind of like going with the flow of things. So I do value that.
Amen. Amen.
As far as like where you can be a better friend.
No, let me know.
I think you cool. I don't really see, you don't never give me anything where I feel like I don't trust you or anything like that. So I don't have any.
Yeah. Amen.
Anything for
you
that.
know, and a person that always wants to better themselves, even if you don't have things, I'm always thinking about things like for myself. I'm like, oh, I hope she didn't feel the way when I said that. Okay, I'm gonna say it a little different next time.
I will say that, yeah. So yeah, because it has been a couple of times where we were communicating and the way you came off, I'm like, dang, girl.
I didn't mean it.
But also too, I could have personally be like, all right, this is a text message, you know, like you can't really interpret the message or how it was said or how someone was feeling behind a text message. I should have just called you.
Most definitely.
Versus just responding, you know, but
yeah.
I do value that the type of relationship that we have, like our friendship, it was never, we don't
always
beef.
about
It can't
peace,
be.
man.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
We have a misunderstanding. Bring it back to peace.
Yes.
Bring it back to peace. I didn't mean it like that. My bad. Hey, my bad. You feel me? Like people gotta be able to say my bad.
Yeah.
A friend is gonna say my bad. That's my fault.
And also too, as a friend on the other side, you're gonna speak up about how you feel so you can solve that problem. Don't let problems linger. If you feel a certain way about something, if a friend triggered you or did something that you don't agree with or did something disrespectful, not even to you, but to someone else, speak up, let them know, solve that problem instead of just like sitting on problem, building problem after problem after problem. Like communicate, you have to communicate. And so that way you don't just explode and just blow up this one time, or you do something so fake and something so mean, because people can be so mean towards each other when communication can just solve that.
It's so funny because I was texting somebody today and I'm just like, you know how many times I rewrite stuff? I'm like, I don't want to say it like that. They're going to take it this way. I don't want to say it like that. I never go to ChatGPT for text message, but I went today. I was like, how can I say this to let them know I'm for real?
You got to start sending voice memos.
But nice.
Voice messages so they can hear the tone in your voice and understand, okay, he just, asking this question.
So, man, that's what it takes to be a good friend.
So what are your thoughts on like friendships that don't last, like friendships that you outgrow? Like, what are your thoughts? Do you feel like friendships should last forever?
Hold on. Somebody said I look like Funny Merkel. You crazy. But anyway, friendships, man, I want friendships to last forever. I really want them to, but they just don't. Like I said, people are hurt out here. People are really hurt out here, and so when they leave you, just gotta let them go. You can't be chasing because you got too much stuff to be doing.
Yeah,
chasing somebody that takes a lot of energy. I can spend a whole day chasing somebody, and I'm like, bro, I could have got some stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 2-3 a week chasing somebody,
time, yeah.
wasting time. I feel like friendship friendship lasts forever.
I
but
don't. But to me, like personally, I look at all relationships. When I enter and I meet someone and I give them time and space into my life, I always say, please, God, let this be a blessing and not a lesson. Because I feel like every person we meet is either going to bless us in a way where we either grow as a person, we learn something about ourselves, we level up in life, you know, like something good comes from it, or it's going to be a lesson. Whether it's going to be pain, a heartbreak, it's going to be learning discernment, you know, learning how to close your mouth or what to say or how to be, you know, like a lesson. And with that, I feel like that comes with seasons. So not everyone is meant to ride with you for the long run. Not everyone is meant to go with you to the next level. Some people are only supposed to be in your life for a certain period of time for you to rather understand something about yourself, because a lot of people don't have the same mindset as you. And I feel like that's why we have so many friends when we're in school. And remember being in school and your parents saying, you ain't gonna have these friends as an adult, you know, and we didn't understand that. And it was because, you know, in school, all you cared about was going to school, homework, recess, and maybe sleepovers. But like, you didn't have responsibilities. You didn't have the understanding of wanting to be this amazing, great person and having to put all that time into becoming it. And people can really set you back and distract you and hold you down. What do they say about like the crab bucket or the monkeys, or, you know, people try to bring you down because they are not ready to level up.
Mm-hmm.
So just being careful with that, because your purpose is your purpose, and you can't let nobody steal your purpose from you.
Right.
And so you got to just stop forcing it. Stop forcing relationships. Stop forcing friendships. You know, if it's not growing you as an individual, you need to start thinking about it. Like if you just going clubbing with that friend, if you just drinking with that friend, you got to ask yourself, like, is this really a solid friendship that's helping me become a better person? Or is this a distraction from my pain?
You know, and most people are distractions, to be honest with you. Most people are distractions. Oh my goodness.
And I mean, it's nothing wrong with having a little bit of distraction, but it should be a lot more understanding of growth and pouring into each other than the distractions. Because there's nothing wrong with partying from time to time, but your whole friendship should not be based on partying.
All right. Yep. That was pretty good right there. Because a lot of people meet their friends in the club, and I meet a lot of friends in the club. Social media. Bad friends are bad for you.
Yeah. Everyone who has access to you is not meant to have a permanent seat at your table.
I hate that though.
That's just how I feel.
Who made that up? No, I can figure out who made that up. I feel like it's biblical, but I can't think about the verse. I'm over here thinking about what in the Bible tells you that friends only there for a season. And I think about like Jesus, he was only there for a little bit. He's like, I'm finna go.
Yeah, spread the message.
Hope y'all got some things that I'm here with y'all for 3 years and I'm finna go.
Mm-hmm.
So hope y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? So people only gonna be here for a minute. But I'm here. God said, I would never leave you or forsake you. So I'm gonna come with that same attitude. I would never leave you or forsake you. I might stop talking to you for a minute so I can focus on myself.
Mm-hmm.
But if you really need me, just call me. I'm right here.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was our take on just real versus fake friends, and really just taking the time to understand the people that you're associating yourself with, who you're giving your time to, and just making sure that you're getting out not only what you put in, but what you need from that relationship, you know, because that's key, you know, to be able to grow as a person and to help other people grow as well.
Amen.
But yeah, so we have a fun little section now where we are going to do a twist on things, which is going to be called red flag or green flag. And pretty much what it is based on the scenario, you're going to wave a flag and let the audience know if this is green, as in this is a great sign of a friendship, or if it's red, like run, this isn't the friend for you.
Let's get it.
All right, so your friend doesn't invite you to everything because they know you need your own space. Okay. Your friend tells you privately that they don't agree with the decision you're making, but they still support you publicly. Your friend jokes about your accomplishments in front of other people saying, you think you famous now.
Big.
No, you gotta pick one.
I think good. It's gonna take hard for me to think of you as a bad friend. Cause you never know. I mean, I like to joke like that, but I be sincere. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think you famous now. I don't be like, oh, you think you famous now, huh? I don't be.
The body language,
Yeah.
how it come off. Your friend knows something will hurt your feelings, so they choose not to tell you because you didn't need to know.
Nope. That's a good friend.
So what made you change it?
Because being mindful. You thought about me. Thought about how I feel. And don't tell me, please. I mean, if you tell me, amen.
But how do they know that you don't need to know?
If it doesn't affect me, if it affects me, then yeah, you need to tell me. But if it doesn't affect me, but
I mean, for them to tell you it's going to affect you, you play a part in it. So I would just think of a situation as in y'all hanging out with a group of friends that's your friends, and y'all all friends, and one of the friends say something behind your back, but you not around.
I don't care.
Do you feel like they should tell you
Nope.
or not because you wasn't at the table?
Nope. That's
Okay.
between y'all. Keep it between y'all. I don't really care what you say to people about me, to be honest with you. I try to, speed it. Okay, who cares?
So my last question is, your friend tells you, I'm happy for you, but I'm also jealous.
Good. We out here trying to stun on them. No, I'm trying to stun on all of them. You get jealous, get like me. And I'm gonna be jealous. I want to be jealous of you.
I would say you got to just be careful when someone says that they're jealous of you, because if they're jealous of you in one situation, they can easily be jealous of you in other situations.
It's hard not to be jealous of people, man. Like, you got to really have a lot of self-confidence to be not jealous of people. Like, because you probably won't have jealousy, but you'll have, it's called covetousness, where you want what they have.
But I don't look at that as jealousy.
I mean, covetousness and jealousy, it's a fine line between, like, I want what they have. You know what I'm saying? I mean, why would he be jealous? I mean, because you can do what I do, but you ain't doing it.
Because to me, like, how I look at it is I love seeing women that are better than me, that have more than me, because that inspires me. But it don't make me jealous, like seeing someone have what I want, it helps me understand, like, I can get this myself. She hustling hard. I see her going. I need to go hard.
You got to say a different word, envy.
Mm-hmm.
Envy is more of a, because God is a jealous guy. He not made. You can pick who you want to, but if he does not envy, he's not thinking maliciously about you.
Yeah, see, that's what it is. I don't think maliciously about what someone else have. Like, why she got that? She don't deserve it. I don't talk down on people and what they have. That's when it's jealousy. Like, when you got to talk down to make yourself feel better. Like, that's the insecurities of it. Like, I'm really big on talking positive and boosting people up, even when they're better than you. But I will say I can't stand when you tell someone they're beautiful, oh, your hair is pretty, and they just ignore you.
Oh yeah, trust me. I say that all the time.
I'm like, why
I mean, most of the time
are
I get
people
compliments.
so evil? Like, let's spread the love, ladies. Let's compliment each other. Let's accept these compliments. Let's smile.
That happens like 1 out of like 20 for me. Like, because I always tell women they're beautiful. I mean, I say, you're very beautiful. And I walk away. And some I see, like, you're beautiful. They be like, take that back then. You ain't that beautiful. I was lying anyway.
But yeah, that's really all I had. I really think this was a great conversation. Me and my friendships, I stick to myself a lot just because I value my own space, my own peace. And a lot of times, like, relationships take a lot of work. And that's why I'll be looking at women who have like 10, 15 friends. And I'm like, dang, like, how do you got the time and the energy to tend to all these relationships? Like, that's a lot. Like, relationships is a job.
How many friends you think you got, like, friends?
Like, solid, I would say here in Arizona, like 3 or 4. And I would say the 3 and 4 that I have, we talk at least once a week. And I would say too, just who I am, like, that's my goal this year, is to be more mindful of my relationships, not just my friendships, but even like the relationships with my family, you know, like calling people and just sitting and talking to them on the phone for a couple of minutes, not just texting them. Like, we got to get better with calling people on their birthday versus just texting them happy birthday. You know, like, really reach out to your people, make sure they good, and not just sit back in your own bubble and assume that they're doing good. You know, really for myself, it's just trying to tend more into my relationships, because you never know, you know, how the world is when it's someone's last day. And I know that I just want to be in a place where I was able to say, wow, I just talked to them. We had a great, you know, conversation, and, you know, be sad in the point of they're gone, but like, not like, man, I knew I should have called them. Man, I haven't talked to them in years. But really, you know, really just tending to those relationships, that's important.
Yeah, I say I got about 5. I told you I love everybody, so I got about 7, 8. 7, 8 people out.
Well, out of these friends, how many are actually acquaintances?
I rock with them too much.
Okay.
I rock with them all too much. Now I have I probably got like 20 acquaintances. You know what I'm saying? But friends that you know, they can call me whenever. I'll answer their call when they call me, because I'm not gonna answer everybody's call. About 7, 8.
Okay. Well, that's good. You know, well, everyone that's out here watching, you know, make sure you check on your friends. Let this be your reminder to just reach out to your peoples this week and just let them know that you care for them, that you love them, that you thinking about them. You know, spread that love, because that energy is real, and you just don't know the impact that is making on someone's day, on someone's life. Like, support your friends. Be there for your friends. Be real. Don't be on that fake gossip, talking behind them, they back, because don't even be their friend if that's the case. You know, like, really pay attention to who you are and really try to be a good person all around as much as you can, for real.
Amen. Yep.
Well, yeah, so that's what we have today on our Take of Friendships. You know, leave your comment below. We would love to hear, you know, your traits of what makes a good friend. And also, too, like, any fallouts you had with a friend, you know, what was the characteristics of that individual? What was the red flags versus the green flags? You know, we would love to hear and collaborate.
The Take Flight podcast, we're here to, you know, elevate, you know, everybody mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, financially, you know.
Yeah, it's all about elevation, baby.
You know, so.
Until then, until next time.
Love y'all.
Continue to take flight.
Peace.